Good morning, beautiful souls. Good morning, loves. It is so wonderful to be here with you again. I'm Tirza Barnes-Griffith, and get ready today to fix your focus. That's right. Come on. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Wake Up Everyone or Everybody virtual community. Today is number 387, y'all. Can you believe that? Come on, abundance, abundance. Today's topic is fix your focus. I am your facilitator, Tirza Barnes-Griffith, and it is wonderful to be here with you all this morning. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. All right. See a couple of folks coming in. That is awesome. Good morning, Facebook Live. Shout out to our Facebook Live folks. Tiffany, I'm wondering, is anyone on Facebook Live yet? Are they coming in? Are they trickling in? How are you this morning? I'm your facilitator today for the Wake Up Everybody community. My name is Tirza Barnes-Griffith. It's wonderful to be here with you Monday morning. This is the way to get your week started because today you're going to fix your focus, okay? All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome, everyone who's popping in on Zoom. It is so lovely to have you. It is so lovely to be back. It's been a minute, I think exactly a month since I've been here with the We community. So we're right on time, right in divine order as I serve as your facilitator today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. If you can, it'd be great for you all to grab a paper and a pen and a pen or a pencil or have your smart device, because you know I'm gonna put y'all to work and do a little activity as we work on fixing our focus, as we set our intentions for the week. It's Monday, and we get to set the tone for what we will focus on as we move forward in our week. Today is number 387 on the Wake Up Everybody community. This is a community that continues to evolve, continues to grow, and it is so wonderful to be here with you today. Good morning.
Peace and blessings.
Yes, good morning. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Facebook Live. How are you? Send a good morning message. Type something in the chat. Tiffany is manning the Facebook Live. So let's see who's there with us. Okay.
We're here with Charmaine on Facebook Live.
Okay.
I'm here in Zoom with you. We have the people popping in. They are ready for you today.
Excellent. Beautiful. Good morning, everyone. By the way, my name is Tirza Barnes-Griffith. Not my first time here with you all. Been growing with this community for over a year now, and it's been so beautiful. And today I get to be blessed by you all in your presence. So good morning. Good morning. Today's topic is fix your focus. Grab a pen and paper because you will be invited to take some notes and do the work.
Peace and blessing to his own family. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, love. Good morning.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
That's right, y'all. Wake up. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello. Wake up, everybody. Good morning to the Wake Up Everybody community. I'm Tirza Barnes-Griffith, and I am honored to be your facilitator today. My hope is that I've had an opportunity to connect with most of you before in previous sessions, but if not, I am a motivational specialist and personal and professional development strategist who is here to help you and support you in setting your intentions for the week. Our topic today, my friends, is fix your focus. So this is our short day, only 30 minutes, which is so perfect for this topic because what you're going to get are the tools and ingredients to get your mind where you want it to be as you begin your week. So being that we're talking about focus, what does it mean to be in focus? What does it mean to fix something? So I always like to break it down to small chunks, right? And so when we look at focus and when we define focus, what we're simply speaking about is you directing your attention. It's directing your attention somewhere. It's a center of attraction. Get that together, right? Think about that. It's how you direct your attention, and it's the center of what you attract. Now, the reason why we're talking about fixing your focus is because what I'm inviting you to think about today is what about your focus needs to be put in place in a certain way, or rather adjusted. Where in your thinking or what about your thinking needs to be adjusted? That word adjusted is powerful because what it states is that there's something that is out of place, right? There's something about how you're seeing something, thinking something, believing something in a way that it's out of place, not in alignment with the way you want it to be, so that you are well in your being and at peace and trusting divine order to do its work. So if anything is out of alignment in terms of how you think about yourself or a situation that you may be experiencing right now, that means you need to fix your focus and adjust how you see it. Adjust how you see it. So here's a fact. Whatever we give our attention to and how we give attention to it magnifies and manifests. All right, I'll say that for you one more time. Whatever we give our attention to magnifies and manifests, right? Manifests. So it's okay to give our attention to things, but how we give our attention to it determines how it will magnify and how it will manifest, right? So if we want to magnify light in our lives, and if we want to manifest light in our lives, then we give our attention to light, not darkness. If we want peace in our lives, then we give our attention to peace. So peace evolves, grows, and magnifies in our lives, and thus we manifest it and we see it being produced. All right. So the question is, what we're going to unpack today and be thinking about is, what do we want to give our attention to? What do we need to fix in terms of our focus? And there are two areas that you're going to be invited to think about. I'm inviting you right now to think about how you see yourself personally and how you see a circumstance or situation in your life. So I want you to think about right now, and I asked you all to grab a piece of paper and pen. I want you to put a number 1 on your paper, and I want you to think about right now, how have you been seeing yourself? How have you been focusing on yourself? Are you in alignment with the true nature of your wonderful being? Are you working on your side, or have you been in conflict with yourself and not in cooperation with yourself, right? And so when I ask you to write number 1, I want you to think about how have you been focusing on yourself? Now, I'm a coach and I work with people on a weekly basis. And oftentimes when individuals come to me, they are not seeing the light, the beauty, the joy. They're not focusing on that. They're primarily looking at what is flawed about them, what's wrong with them. A lot of our focus and attention is on what's not working, with the thought that we have to fix ourselves. So that's number 1. Be honest with yourself. How are you seeing yourself? The second thing I want you to write, and number 2, is a situation or circumstance that you might be experiencing right now. How are you seeing that? What is your focus and attention as it relates to that situation? Do you see it as being one that is overwhelming you and worrying you in such a place that you're not in peace? How do you see it? How do you see the outcome? Because if you're worrying, it's because you see an outcome that doesn't serve you. So just process this for a moment and think about how you are giving your attention to yourself. Maybe there's a specific area of yourself, and also to a circumstance or situation. And let's see what folks are sharing with us. Okay, let's see. Terry, I'm seeing something come in. She says, I'm seeing myself as worthy and lovable and transitioning to my best self. Beautiful. So what I'm hearing is Terry is focusing on and giving her attention to what she wants to magnify and manifest in herself. So the more Terry continues to think about herself as this love, light, and joy who is worthy, that's exactly what she creates in her life. That's what she is. That's what she thinks. That's what she feels. So it magnifies over time. Beautiful. Let's hear from some other people. Feel free to write in the chat in terms of what do you want to give your attention to in terms of yourself or a situation. How are you currently giving your attention? Let's start there, right? So if you're in a place that's not healthy, say it, own it, claim it, speak to it so that we can unpack it and create something that allows you to magnify and manifest what you want, not what you don't want. Tiffany said, I see myself in constant evolution, striving to be better each day. Beautiful, beautiful. So that is the way we wake up in the morning. That's how we think. That's how we see this constant evolution and unfolding of light and life, right? Now, here's what I want to say to Tiffany. You are already everything you need to be. When we say better each day, we're implying that something's wrong with us. And there's a misconception about I have to keep working on me. Something's broken, something's not right. Actually, my friends, you all have everything you need, and you are literally an exceptional being of perfection and a creation of the highest power. We all are these things. The thing that gets in the way is that we just haven't met up with that higher self that we're speaking about, right? And so what we say is, I need to get better. I need to get better. What if we start saying, I'm already everything that is divine and perfect. I've been created this way, right? But it's also understanding that programming in life and socialization has slowed us down from being one with who we already are. This is who we are already up here, the higher self. We have to constantly meet up with who we are, be intentional to be in alignment with who we already are. We already are. So when you say better, I'm saying you are already everything you need to be. You're just experiencing and getting more intimate and personal with who you are already. Okay. All right. So let's see. Wendy Pierre says, I'm seeing myself as a powerful manifester, walking in my divinely chosen purpose and in relationships. Beautiful. I am so proud of this community, how we are seeing ourselves and giving focus to how we want to be and who we know we already are. I love that. Let's team Tiffany, maybe we could chat with someone who would like to share what's coming up for them in this conversation as we speak about fixing our focus this morning, right? And so I love that the feedback that we've gotten so far has been about individuals being connected to their divine selves and focusing on that. I love that. Let's see what other people have to share. Is there anyone who realizes that maybe they need to adjust their focus, fix their focus a bit? Tiffany, I'll leave it to you to call on somebody.
Okay, I don't see any hands raised right now, so I'm gonna go with intuition. Naomi Steely, are you available to come in and join us with your voice? I'm being drawn to your energy this morning.
Hey, Naomi.
Okay. How about Arian? Arian, are you able to join us?
You hear me?
Oh, there we go. We got Naomi. Yes, Naomi, we can hear you. Go. We lost you again, Naomi.
Okay, so Arian says she's ready to speak. So let's hear from Arian, and then Naomi, once she's is ready to go, we could get back to her. How about that? We're
Okay,
ready.
sounds like a plan.
All right.
Okay. Hi.
Amen.
Hello.
Yeah, we're here. Good morning. So tell us what's coming up for you this morning in this conversation.
I wrote down that what have I been focusing on myself? I've been focusing on recognizing the power that I have in terms of manifesting relationships and bringing about great business deals and positivity.
Beautiful. Good. Good. So in terms of yourself and how you see yourself, you're focusing on what you want to magnify and manifest. Beautiful. What about an area of your life? Is there a circumstance or situation you want to share and how you're focusing on that?
The next area of my life is probably more personal in terms of like fixing relationships that I've kind of neglected.
Okay, so let's talk about that. You use the term neglected, right? So talk to us about what that means to you when we say neglect, because that's a focus. So what does that mean? Let's unpack that a bit.
To me, neglect is like I haven't shown up as my best self in those areas. I haven't given my highest levels of vibrations towards it. I've probably given so attention, I guess. And now I guess I'm getting the results of that. Although I thought I was probably giving my best attention, but when I look at other areas in my life, I definitely see that I give more attention to other things.
Okay, all right. So so thank you for that. Thank you for that honesty and that sharing. And it's a perfect example for us to dissect together, right? Because what did we notice in Ariane? Am I saying your name correctly? Yes, and stay unmuted because I'll ask you questions so that you don't have to go back and forth. So I want to ask the rest of the community who heard Ariane speak, what did you notice in what she said about the relationship piece? What was the common theme? What did you hear from her language? Put it in the chat. What did you notice? And if anybody wants to unmute and just briefly share what you noticed in terms of what she shared or what her perspective on what she shared. So it was about relationships. Okay, so I'm seeing she said she doesn't show up as her best self. It was vague in language. Okay, good. Keep unpacking that. Let's hear from some other people. And Tiffany, based on what you said, right, she doesn't show up as her best self. So what does that imply? What does that imply for everyone? What does that mean?
For me, it sounds like, just like you said, for me, I'm already my best self. I'm already my better self. So Ariane may feel like she doesn't show up as her best self, but today this is her best self. And she's still evolving to meet that higher self. So she did show up as her best self today. This was her best self today, and she should own it. Like,
Okay.
I was my best.
All right, thank you for that, Tiffany. Thank you. And Candace says her power is not evident. So I'll just build on those couple of comments. So Ariane is being true to herself and sharing like what we're getting is I'm feeling down. I'm not feeling good about how I've been in relationships and I'm blaming myself. Right. And so in turn, I'm not in harmony with myself. I'm not in cooperation with myself. I'm actually quite out of alignment. And if you listen to the language, it's almost like a blame, me. Okay. Me in that particular area. So let me see what else has come up. I see some other people speaking. Okay. All right. So Ariane, I'm gonna come back to you. Did you hear what I said? It's so subtle how when we feel we are not fulfilling a certain area of our life, how we turn against ourselves. It's so subtle. All you want to do is show up better, right? You want what you're saying is I want to show up better. I want to really lean into my power as it relates to this particular area. But in your describing of it, did you notice what you were saying?
In hindsight, yeah. And I think I do take on the blame for relationships that are between me and my friends. And it's a two-way street, so it's kind of not all me, but I'm taking on all of the labor that I should have put towards. So.
And how does that feel on you? How does that feel on you? How you see it, right? We're talking about fixing your focus. So your focus is I'm taking the blame on it. I'm not doing my part. I could do better. This is, you didn't say this, but this is what you're saying. I'm not enough in this area. I'm unworthy in this area. And I say it's so subtle because we don't even realize it. But the moment we start looking at ourselves in a way that we're not enough or doing enough, that's what we're saying. That's why it's so important that we have a conversation about fixing our focus. Because I like what you said earlier. You said, I'm focused on positivity, my light. You said all these great things, right? But then when it comes to a situation, here's what we do. We dim our light because of an experience that we're going through. The experience has us dim our light because we attach ourselves to the experience. And so we have to adjust in that area where we're dimming our light. and focus more on what we desire rather than what's happening and how we're seeing ourselves based on what's happening. So what does that mean? This is an invitation, and this is where the strategies come in, my friends, where we have to focus on the right idea of ourselves and the right idea of the circumstance. Okay, listen to that. What's the right idea? What's the right thinking about yourself and the circumstance? That's what we focus on. The right idea is in alignment with what you desire about the circumstance. So instead of creating this story about it's me, I'm not enough, you don't say it, it's subconscious. You don't say it out the blue. You don't just come out and confess it, but you're feeling it deep in the subsurface. You're feeling it and it lives there. And so what we want to do is uproot that mess and say it's not true because I'm divine, I am whole, I am already complete and in full integrity. And I'm going to put my mind and focus my mind on that, what is based on what is true. So if it's in relationships, Ariane, how do you start to have a right idea about your relationships, a right idea about you in those relationships? How do you get in cooperation with yourself so that you feel good about yourself and you're not beating yourself up or putting yourself down about it? It's an adjustment. So when we say fix your focus, it's just adjusting the way you see yourself in the situation. You have permission to see yourself winning in any situation you're in. You have permission to see yourself thriving in any situation you're in. You have permission to love yourself regardless of what your history is. You have the power to literally fix your focus on what it is you want to magnify and manifest in your life. You do not want to manifest depression and sadness and being miserable. You do not want to magnify that in your life. So how do you adjust and fix how you think about any situation or how you see yourself? So in any area you feel less than or unworthy, or you are in a heavy worry state, right now you could fix your focus. You can adjust. The only reason why we can't do it is because we are too lazy to do it. We don't want to put in the work because it feels good for us to stay in the soaking worry state. There's something about it. It's like an addiction to stay in the worry state because we've been so programmed to think we have to worry rather than be free and let go and trust that the universe is working it all out. And when we put our mind to what we want, we magnify and attract it. So we're almost at the 7:30 hour. Time always flies, but this was a little tidbit for you to move with. I want to touch base with the community before we get ready to wrap up. I want to see what people are feeling and thinking. Put what's coming up for you in the chat. Is this message, this very brief, quick message of resonating with you? And let's just see that. How are people feeling about what's coming up in this conversation?
Okay, Tirza, we have from Facebook, Teresa Plaskett said, whoa, this morning's word on the prayer line was perspective and renewing the mind and meditating on what is pleasing. I woke up anxious thinking about purchasing a home. I'm not ready. I don't have what would I be able to, etc. I have the power and the ability to manifest exactly what I need for myself and my family. Why not me?
Most certainly. Yes. So the adjustment and fixing your focus, Teresa, is this. Everything is working out in my favor. I am the creator of my destiny. I have all the tools that I need to make this happen. God is working with me. Your source is working with me. So you want to start speaking life, just like I'm sure what the prayer call talked about, that perspective. Perspective is how you see things. That's exactly what we're talking about today. You get to create a list of how you want to see it and stay true to it. Meditate on how you want it to be. This process of buying my home is going to be easy. Everything is going to work in my favor. I'm going to be amazed at how everything lines up in its perfect order and its perfect time. I'm going to save money in terms of investing in this house. I'm going to get the house I want where I want it. I am more than capable to do this. You need to speak life and fix your focus and adjust to what you want to manifest. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay. Candace says it's absolutely powerful. I know I have to fix my focus. I have to teach my daughter how to fix her focus too.
Yes, yes, so true, so true. I'm in that same boat, teaching my children to see it in that way. Yes, beautiful.
Wendy said today's session has motivated me to believe that I am enough and that I am more than capable of achieving my goals. Imani says,
So
love,
let's sit
love.
with that. Let's sit with that.
Yep.
I am enough. My friends, we are enough. We are light. We are spirit. And we have to debunk the myths that we're not. Our past does not determine our worthiness. What we're going through right now does not determine our worthiness. I sit here in front of you with stuff going on, like real life stuff happening, but it will not distract me from living a full life of joy and peace. And it doesn't mean, my friends, that you won't have moments of worry, but you have to do the work and put the practice in and refocus, fix the focus, adjust immediately so that you are in alignment. Because in anything that you want to achieve, you got to be at peace so that you can hear clearly to achieve what you want. So even the example of the house, if there's a spirit of anxiousness and worry in that, you are not in a space to have a clear mind so that the spirit can give you the strategy you need to move in success. So before anything, you got to choose you in terms of being in cooperation with yourself and focusing on the desire in a way that's going to give you what you want. Okay. Any other comments?
We have down here. Z was asking the how, and then you gave examples. So she said, thank you, that helps. I catch myself and immediately change my mindset.
Yeah. There's a saying that you have 16 seconds before you go downhill. So anytime your mind is going in a worry state, 16 seconds to catch it and focus on something different or focus on how you want it to turn out for you. Another thing that I do is when I am feeling worried about something, I actually sit in a meditative state of pulling up what I'm fearful of most. And then shifting that energy to how I want it to be, fixing the focus. So sometimes we worry and this lingering happens and we don't even really understand what we're worrying about or why or the details of it. So sitting in a space and looking at like the worst case scenario and then moving your energy to the best case has been very beneficial. And it's healing. It's a meditative process. So it's not ignoring it. If we say fix the focus, that means there's some work to do to get you to where you want to be. So don't walk around in your day with that energy of worry. No, look at it, call it, sit with it, and then say, well, you're not going to get the best of me. I'm going to see it this way. I'm fixing my focus. I'm making an adjustment. I'm going to see what I want to create. I'm going to look at it with a new, fresh perspective. Okay, beautiful. My friends, I love y'all. I always have such a good time in service to my brothers and sisters. I'm thrilled to hear that this very simple yet powerful message is resonating with you all. I invite you all to stay in contact with me. You can follow me on my social media platforms at Tirza Motivates. My website is tirzamotivates.com. And if anyone is interested in doing more deeper work around just your life as a whole, how you are thinking and seeing things, and how you can pull yourself up out of a situation and set yourself up for divine success, I invite you to schedule a complimentary coaching session with me. I actually call them life strategy sessions because my practice is about strategy, right? We need strategy, not just coaching. We need strategy to move our lives forward in achieving everything that is already waiting for us, okay? So the link is in the chat. Book your session. Come on, it's a 45-minute complimentary session. There's nothing but you just getting more clear on where you need to be in your life based on what you may be thinking about or processing. I would love to serve you. Again, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and you can email me at tirzabargriff@gmail.com if you want to get in touch.
Thank you, Tirza, very much for that. And everybody, the information has been dropped in the chat. So copy it, paste it, screenshot it, make sure you follow up because we've already started unpacking that. So she's ready, willing, and able to help you finish. Coming up this week, tomorrow, Tuesday, August the 10th, we have self-transformation into who you are, who you already are, with Nefertiti Ankara Lashley. And then on Wednesday, August 11th, we have Mother to Son, because I'm the Mama, facilitated with Xavier Beckworth. Welcome to the Woo Nation, all new Woo members, newcomers. Welcome to a community where we choose to learn, elevate, and ascend. If this is your first session, please drop it in the chat. We want to acknowledge you for taking your time out and joining us this morning on this powerful journey. This is our schedule. We are live on Facebook and in Zoom space 5 days a week, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7 to 8:30, and Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 to 7:30. Please, if you want to be made aware when we're going live, please text Woo Nation to 74121 so that you can get your morning notifications. The new Woo swag is available. So we already had the face mask, the t-shirts, the sweatshirts, and the coffee mug. And now for Hydration Nation, you have your water bottle. So shop us at bit.ly/Woo swag. Thank you, everyone. Stay in touch. Make sure you register at bit.ly/wake up movement. You can follow us on Facebook at bit.ly/Woo community. On Instagram at Wake Up Everybody Virtual, on YouTube at bit.ly/Woo on YouTube. And last and certainly not least, you can always email us at info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. We are always looking for new admins for this program. We're also looking for facilitators. So if you are interested, please email us. At this time, I ask everyone to come off of mute. It is time for us to rain love and abundance on Tirza for her dimes that she dropped this morning. Thank you so much, Tirza. I am the perfect manifestation of myself already. Appreciate it. Thank you. Absolutely, everybody. Give it up for Tirza. Thank you, Tirza.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Tirza.
much,
Thank
Tirza.
you, thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you, beautiful.
Thank you.
Gratitude,
Thank you.
brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um,
Thank you. This is